to recap, when we left our heroes, we were in Semberholme, the tree city in the Elven Empire of Cormanthor, where the Elven court has relocated for the past 12 years after the fall of Mythtraner. Our heroes were there to guard a caravan that was on the way there for the festivities, for the high summer festivities, and which they partook in. They did all the things you do at a festival, and at the end, they were all surprised by the strange being that confronted the Coronel, the Queen of the Elves, with a strange proposition. They weren't sure at the time, and shortly thereafter, goblins poured it in, and there was a big melee, and people almost died. And they found themselves waking up the next morning the exact same way they had woken up the day before, realizing that they seemed to be in a time loop for some reason that they were aware of, but nobody else was aware of. They went about their day, changing things from the day before, finding out what the issue had been, what happened, who the Evergreen Prince was. At the end of the day, they discovered who it was and what had happened to a certain extent, confronted the Evergreen Prince in the presence of the Coronel before he got away with one of the royal heirs. And we find ourselves inside one of the trees with the Queen and some of her court and our party that has just been through some weird stuff. So you guys find yourselves in the Telfar, in that tree, the meeting area, the living quarters temporarily of the Coronel and her court. You've just seen the Evergreen Prince take one of the children, one of the newborns, through a portal and leaving you in this room with the Queen, who was teleported in with her High Mage. After you found also that Ruleset, her scribe, had betrayed her and had let the apparently was in cahoots with the Evergreen Prince. So there you are. You're in the room. The Ruleset has been taken away by the guards. You are in the room with the Queen Ilsevel, her High Mage Phaedra. The others of the court are not there. You don't see Telegant, nor do you see her priest. And there you are. I think Elle was upstairs, and so was Arlen. And Gata and Korik, you had been downstairs taking care of the guards. And you are, I would imagine, going up the stairs to see what the commotion was. You're arriving now, and there you are. What are you doing?
Well, Lady Coronel, you were about to tell us precisely what is behind this bargain that you had made with the prince and where the missing children have been taken, because, as I mentioned only moments ago, we intend to go after and save these children. It is not for any of us to allow that to happen, including yourself.
She nods her head. She looks to the two guards. The guards have left. They've taken away Ruthil. And you see the High Mage Phaedra cast some sort of spell and close the door to the meeting room you find yourselves in, where minutes ago the Evergreen Prince walked through a portal in that wall over there. She looks down. Arlen, you know that the Queen has been not heard or seen very often for the past, probably, since they moved here from Mythtraner over a decade ago. And the word was that she was very melancholy. And indeed, now that she was putting on a face when she was at the festival, but now you're in her presence, and she looks like melancholy is a light word. Like she looks just crushed. And she says, Yes, I made a bargain. My husband and I, we were not able to bear children. We've tried for over a decade, and, well, only recently found out that as a result of his resurrection, he was rendered sterile. And, well, I made a bargain with the Evergreen Prince to make sure that I could have children. And she looks at you, Elle, and she says, this bargain, the way it turned out, this was never my intention.
Of course.
Says, the bargain was that I would have a child and I would owe him a gift of his choosing, which I could not refuse. I thought that it might involve my child, and so I made sure that that was not part of the bargain. The firstborn would not be his. I didn't anticipate twins. Twins are very rare amongst our kind. Arlen, you know that Elven twins are very rare, and they're also very auspicious. And it's sort of a big deal to have twins, and to have twins split apart is unheard of. Like that's sort of a taboo amongst the Elven culture. And she says, I had no idea that this would happen, and when I saw him, I knew what he would ask for. I don't know what else to say.
Why would you put the children of Semberholme in danger like this? It seems...
That was not part of the bargain. That was him, I suppose, punishing me and my people.
Indeed. Well,
the collateral, I guess, as it were.
We have to go get them. How did you contact him? Or did he come to you?
He came to us. She says, my husband is well aware of all of this. He's not here, but he knows of this bargain. I implore you, yes, retrieve our children, but retrieve my little one as well. I owe him a gift. That is true. But there must be something else he wants. There must be something else other than my child.
I mean, a child is probably the best gift. I think anything else would be less. I don't know what he would accept.
You could offer your life.
Yeah, he would have no use for that.
You entered into a bargain. With all due respect, Coronal, you are bound by that oath. How can we interfere with... I see no relevance to authority in this group. I look at the rest of you. We are simply travelers who somehow found ourselves in the middle of this strange predicament.
Which is why I will ask you to do this for me. He will not see me. I am not allowed in his court anymore. And anyone else in my court, I do not want the word of this spreading amongst the noble families.
Does anyone else know that you bore twins?
Yes. She says, all I ask of you is that you parley with him. See if there's anything else that he would be willing to take as a gift. You can offer him my life if you wish. I doubt
Do
he will
not
take
wish. None of us wish that, Coronel.
Well, if it is between my life and the life of my child, then so be it.
Let's not forget the life of many other villagers' children as well.
Indeed, that as well.
Do we understand how many were taken?
Her high mage speaks up. She says, my understanding is that there were about a dozen children taken. Between the very young newborns.
That is a lot.
That is. This city, Arlen, you know, the population's about 7,000 or so.
The families of these children must be connected with. You must inform them that their children will be rescued and returned to them. They must be compensated in some respect for this terrible situation, because if we are unable to return the children, this will be a terrible sorrow upon your community.
Perhaps we shouldn't say anything yet about our plans. It would be bad to get their hopes up that there's a mission.
Should at least know that there is an attempt to help the children, don't you think? Leaving them without any information could be much worse. I'm not a parent, but I would expect that to be a horrible situation.
They have asked for aid, and Telegon has assured them that he is on the case.
Good. What aid can Telegon provide us in this quest?
That I don't know. He is leader of the Moon Shadows. He knows the immediate area. He is, in charge of security and law enforcement, but for the most part, the Moon Shadows keep at bay monsters and creatures and such that might infringe upon Semberholme. But beyond that, she says, I know how to get to where the entrance to the Winding Barrow. The Winding Barrow is a fading land, a place where the Feywild and our realm meet. That is under the Evergreen Prince's control.
Then we must go there. How far is this Winding Barrow from here?
It's about a day's walk into the forest. It is not easy to find. I do know how to summon one of his messengers. Perhaps they will be willing to take you. If that is something you think you would need. Maybe a double-edged sword, but it would be the easiest way for you to get to the Winding Barrow.
Korak, you've been awfully quiet.
I'm ready to go to the Feywild. I'm ready to go right now. I haven't been there before. I was hoping that is where we were going.
She looks around to this motley crew and says, she looks at Elle, says, What was your name again?
Langston. You can call me Langston.
We're all elbowing each other.
Langosta, of the Langosta clan.
She nods, and Phaedra sort of looks over at her, and looks back at you. And around that time, you hear the high mage sort of looks up, and she looks to her coronel and says, "We have guests, my lady." And coronel nods her head, and with a flick of her wrist, the door opens up, and there's Telegant and Ceylon are at the door, and they come into the meeting room, and the door closes of its own accord behind them.
Bow towards Ceylon for sure. Just a nod.
She looks kind of frazzled, but she's got the happy to help look to her, and she's like, all right. I looked into this Evergreen Prince, and she looks over towards the coronel, and she gives a deep bow first off, but says, "My lady," and she says, "Go on." Well, as you know, he is the son of Lebelas Enerath, the elven god of time and longevity, and none of us experience what you experience, but somehow you were out of the time curse that he put upon the town. And Telegon speaks up. He goes, "This is true. I imagine that it was for him to have a second chance to take the child. He would have known that once he was refused the first time, the child would have been put on lockdown. There's no way they would have gotten to it." Oh. And she speaks up again. She says, "Yes, and well, apparently he cursed the town until he could get what he wanted with this time loop effect. I would imagine tomorrow we'll be back to normal, but I don't know for certain."
Jose, I'd like to make a roll just to see if I know anything about the Feywild before I
Okay.
get all encyclopedic about
Give
it.
me a nature check.
That's going to be 10.
Then what did you want to know?
I just want to know how much I know with regard to, well, in particular with the time thing, because I know, Ty knows that time can operate funky, but I don't know if Korak knows.
With a 10, you might have a vague idea about that. You might have heard tales of that sort of thing. The time thing that affected all of Semberholme, that is well beyond anything that the Wives' Tales might have told you about. That seems to be something that the Evergreen Prince is able to do for some reason.
Although it does put two and two together a little bit. As far as the risk we have, if they are manipulating time, it's formidable.
Ceylon agrees and says, "Yes, I believe it to be something that he can do because of his lineage, being the son of the god of time and all. I don't know who his mother is, but I would imagine she's some sort of archfey or queen or
the only time that truly matters here is the clock that's ticking on these children who have been separated from their families.
Indeed.
We should not tarry here longer than we need. Think of the children."
I think we know what we need to do.
Yes,
we should do it.
I think we should eat.
as soon as possible.
Yes.
Then she says, Would you want me to summon one of his messengers then? Or will you go it alone?
Can we
Bring the
trust
messenger. Yes, no, we can't. Are you kidding, Gita? That's part of the excitement.
There's children's lives at stake too.
There's
So
always
just
lives at
consider that.
stake. That's also part of the excitement.
So is that a yes?
I think that's a yes. I think we need the guide. We'll just keep our eyes open. You know, like literally, but figuratively too.
She says, very well. And she draws a little dirk knife from behind her back, and she pricks her finger. And on the table, she writes a name in blood. She writes the name Quimble in Elven.
This is the coronal or the high mage?
The coronal. Apparently, she's the only one with that sort of knowledge, given that she made the bargain. And shortly thereafter, you see a flash of green in the room, like a light went off, like a light bulb went off, and standing on top of the just in a flash, standing on top of the table is a little, maybe 2 feet tall, bluish tinge to their skin, elven creature with very exaggerated features, very sharp ears, angular nose, angular eyes, and he looks around and he bows deeply to the coronel. My queen, what do I owe the pleasure? And he looks around to each of you. She says, Quimble, I would have you lead these fine adventures to the Winding Barrow, if you would. He looks at each of you. And what business would you have with the Evergreen, Prince?
That business is our own, Quimble, not yours.
Well then.
Yeah, it's as miserable as I anticipated.
I don't disagree.
Well, then. Are you ready then?
Indeed we are.
Well, then follow me. And you blink and he's gone. You just hear like a poof, and you see some the dresses, your clothes sort of waving in the wind. You don't see him anymore.
This should be interesting.
I climb on the table. Awkwardly.
The door is ajar now. It wasn't ajar a second ago.
It's time to leave. I'm gonna go out the door and down the stairs.
Okay.
All right, yeah, he'll follow. Arlen will follow.
Is there any sort of
My cousin likes the
trail?
table.
You go
And
out the
it's-
door and you go down the stairs to the sort of big meeting area with the pews and such. By the door, exiting the tree trunk, you see his figure, little blue figure, waiting for you, sort of tapping his foot. Going, oh, finally, let's go. And as soon as you see, he gets your eye. He says that, and he takes off again.
Well, I appreciate his attention to the need for speed.
Yeah. Agreed.
You do this through Semberholme. You walk, and you'll see him, and then as soon as he meets your eyes, he takes off in a direction, and you follow in that direction, and then you see him the next block down, and he does it again, and that's basically how you follow. You see a little blue streak here and there, barely keeping up with him, barely seeing him when you do see him, and you make it out of the city walls and into the forest. And he keeps well ahead of you. He is, probably 100 yards away each time you see him, and even then you're like walking through the forest, and just when you think you don't know which way he went or where you are, you'll catch a glimpse of a little blue figure that he's clearly making sure you see him, and then he takes off into the woods again. And you travel deeper into Cormanthor, into the forest of Cormanthor, where the trees and the foliage gets thicker and thicker, and less light is illuminating the ground around you. As you travel onwards, you start getting into a hollow, a valley, and you're traveling. Like she said, it would be about a day's journey. And so you spend your day moving out. Do you take any breaks?
Does he let us take a break?
It's up to you. You haven't asked him. It is quite a trek, though, through the woods.
Yes, we should take a break.
Just a short one, maybe.
Just like lunchtime, eat some lunch, bathroom, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you make a little short rest camp, and after a bit, you hear you catch a glimpse of him towards the end, and he's sort of up in a tree, just swinging his feet. You're about to.
I have a question for you.
What?
Has time been moving faster for you than it does for us, or is it slower for you than it is for us, or are we just slow to begin with?
Ooh, have a philosopher here, do we?
Sorts.
Maybe time moves slower for me, or faster for you. Or is it the opposite? I don't know.
That sort of was my question.
Well, then we both have the same question, don't we?
I have another question for you. Is this a sort of ancestral grudge between the Corvental and the Evergreen Prince?
You for a second he's gone. He's no longer on the branch, and you look and he's next to you, just out of reach on a stump, and he's got one of your rations and he's eating it. Thank you. What was your question again?
Is there an ancestral grudge going on here? I've been thinking about it. I don't know, but I have a feeling.
Ooh, what do you feel?
I feel like there's an ancestral grudge going on between the Fae and the elves.
No. They had babies. How much of a grudge can you have when you have the babies? That's silly. You're silly. What are you?
I'm a disciple of the divine.
Yeah.
What are you exactly?
What am I? I'm Quimble.
You're a Quimble? Or you are Quimble?
I am Quimble, and I am a Quickling.
Ah. Oh. I've never met a Quickling before.
See another flash, and he's over in a different tree, and he's got some coins. He's biting on a gold coin. Thanks again.
I got those in the tent, you know.
Good. Where's this tent?
Wait a minute. Did I get gold in the tent? I don't have as many of those.
But now you have one less.
Gita.
What is it? Are you giving him gold?
No, he's
Seems like a lot.
It's taking my gold and my food.
He's like, I gave you information and you paid me. That's how that went down.
That's not typically how that's supposed to go. I think you're supposed to decide on an exchange rate before. I'm
Maybe
certain that
what
my cousin
that's how
did.
you do it from where you're from, but that's not how we do it.
Gita. Leo, Lucas Lark. Be careful what you say where we're going. It will cost you.
I've learned that it's best not to try to make deals with the Fae.
I wasn't aware that I was making a deal.
Oh, you most certainly were.
It just seemed like innocent conversation.
It always does.
Should not be something that you have to be worried about.
You
having
do.
Conversations.
Quite
You did.
worried.
I gave you something. You gave me something. See how that works?
You see, the Fae are very transactional beings. There is always an expectation of payment in kind.
Oh,
So do be careful with what you say.
what is
I
the people going to
understand.
expect for guiding us to this location?
My guess is Quimble is being told to be here by some sort of prior bargain, but I don't know. I wouldn't even wager to ask them for that kind of information on account of the conversation we just had.
Like, just don't engage, right? Just don't even maybe make eye contact.
I think it's okay to make eye contact, but when you ask for something or an explanation or information, that kind of thing, I think be ready to provide some of your own in return. If you go into it with eyes open and understand that from the get-go, then you might be on a better footing. Have
I'd
something
like
to bargain
to
with.
Say that, yes. I'm keeping a ledger of my own now that you mention it.
That's smart. Smart. Keep a tally.
You finish up, unless there's anything else you want to do during your lunch break. You finish up your break, and you continue traveling into the woods through this hollow, and it continues for a few more hours. The sun is beginning to set at this point, and everybody roll me a perception check, please.
What's up?
We're a
That's
very
not
perceptive crew.
Dirty 20, I think, for me.
Sweet.
Super squeaky clean 23 for me.
Nice.
Just kidding, it's way dirty.
Mad 22. I got a mad 22 and a natty.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
All right. You all catch sight of the fact that you're being shadowed at this point in your journey. Not by the blue streak of Quimble, but by some four-legged, very large creatures on either side of you. You're in a hollow, and they're sort of on the edges, sort of up. It's a rocky sort of ravine on either side of you. But these creatures seem to be of nimble foot, since they don't seem to have any problem traveling.
Are we in a ravine, or are we atop like a causeway with ravine
No,
on either side?
you're at the bottom of the hollow, basically.
Bottom of the hollow. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
We are at a tactical disadvantage where we are.
That is true. He leads you on.
Friends of yours?
You ask him when you catch a glimpse of him, and he looks and he goes, "Oh, well, that means we're getting close. I wouldn't call them friends." fact, I wouldn't call them at all. You best be on your guard.
Indeed. We shall ignore their
Great.
presence to the best of our ability.
Do we know if we've crossed? Are we still in a natural forest, or do we know what our environment is here?
It feels like a natural forest. It feels like you're in the deep forest. You've, probably never, maybe never, if rarely, been this far off of a trail in the woods. If Quimble were to leave you, you think you'd have a pretty hard time finding your way out of here. But you've got a druid, you'd be fine. You find that the hollow just continues on. Quimble continues on, and you keep catching glimpses of these creatures. They look. Could they be wolf, direwolf type size creatures? That's all you can really catch glimpses of. Something about that size.
They're big.
In that shape. They're big. Yep.
Mm.
Yep. They're big, but they also seem to be making no sound whatsoever. And they seem to, from one tree to the next, disappear. Like, you'll see them go from one tree and then they don't come out the other side until you catch them again a little further down the way.
We think there's 4 of them?
You think there's 2 of them as far as you can tell.
2? Okay.
No.
All right.
And and Arlen finally joined you after his long bathroom break.
You really had to go.
He caught up with you. You see these creatures, and after like I said, many hours of travel, the sun is starting to go down. You can barely see through the moonlight that's coming through. You lose sight of Quimble, but you see beyond where you last saw him what must be your destination, because the hollow ends at a hill. But instead of being made of earth, it is made of tightly knit bramble, of thorn-covered branches, fuzzy vines, antlers, and bones of various animals. The hill easily takes up a few acres of the forest and sort of blocks the hollow. You can't basically walk any further. And we got a new map.
Ooh.
You find yourselves at this sort of dead end where the hollow ends, and ahead, like I said, is this hill that is not made of rock or earth. It's made of just this really tightly knit bramble. Ahead, there's also a rock, a moss-covered stone, or boulder, I should say. In the middle of, or not in the middle, but sort of there off the edge of the clearing. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to scan for those creatures or any other threats that might be nearby.
Sure, give me a perception check.
14.
You don't see them so much as sense that there's something watching you. That feeling of being watched, but you don't see anything.
Take care, companions. This is not good. I'm going to move up and kind of get some cover behind this rock.
Okay.
I'm going to move forward ahead this far. Sorry, Gita.
No, I was wondering aloud where Quimble went.
You don't see him. You sort of lost sight of him around a bend, and then you ended up here, and you haven't seen him since then.
Are we lost? Is this where he wanted us to go?
No, that hill up ahead, straight ahead, looks really strange. as in it's not a natural formation, as far as you can tell.
Should we just
Are you
run
say-
for it?
This
Are you saying it's constructed, or are you saying it is not
as a
familiar terrain?
It's not familiar terrain, but as a druid, Gita, you would know that this thing was constructed with some sort of magic, some sort of nature magic, some sort of druidic magic or something, fey magic most likely, and it is built. The whole thing is a living mound or hill of plant, basically plant material, roots, branches, vines, that sort of thing. The only thing not living is the bones that are woven into it as well.
Does it feel kind of like a doorway?
It's a hill. I mean, it's just this huge large hill that's sort of blocking the hollow from you proceeding down the hollow. You don't see a door or anything into it.
Judging by the bones, does it look like these have been consumed? These are remains in the sense of, is there a full skeleton present?
You're kind of far away from that. Basically, it's at the top of the map would be where the hill begins. The trees to your right and left are sort of part of the ravine, the natural ravine you've been walking the bottom of.
I suspect this could be a barrow mound.
Could be.
Yeah, Arlen will start walking forward. You said we lost our guide. He kind of disappeared somewhere ahead.
He's not been that reliable. I mean, you've been seeing him, and then when you see him, he proceeds in a direction, and you follow that direction, and then you see him again. It's not like he spends much time with you, except for at that break. But yeah, you don't see him in this clearing or anything.
Arlen will try casting message and just kind of point straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
On the off chance he'll kind of hear me.
Okay.
And he'll just be like, Quimble, where did you go?
You hear a message back. Good luck.
He said good luck. I assume we've gone the right way.
But now where do we go?
It's likely that this is some sort of test. If that's the message, we should proceed forward, but with caution. To the top of the hill.
Yeah, I'm moving towards the rock.
Okay. Yeah, it's a big old boulder, sort of moss covered.
Gita, as you step forward, I grab your arm, and I'm going to give you resistance to poison.
Okay. Thank you.
Excellent.
It lasts for 1 minute, so.
All right, where's Gita going? It's a fairly large, as you can tell,
field. Yeah,
fairly large. Again, you're still at the bottom of a hollow, basically.
Arlen will start following Gita.
Okay.
Is the top of it is kind of right about here?
There's no top. You're this whole area is the bottom of a ravine.
Oh,
off
okay.
To the left and right. Yeah, the hill sort of goes up on either side of you. So you're at the bottom of a valley. All right. What's everybody doing in the area here?
I'm studying the area that I'm moving into, looking for essentially writhing, grasping tendril vines or clutching brambles, that kind of danger.
Okay. Give me a perception check, please, or investigation, either one.
17.
You do note that there are a lot of surface roots in this area. They're not moving or anything like that, but you do note that is somewhat different from previous terrain.
The ground is very rooty.
And he points it out. Yeah, it kind of is.
I'll bounce on it a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of rooty.
Yeah.
And as you make note of that, and as Korak has said that, you note that ahead of you, as I said, there's the brambly constructed maybe barrow mound, this huge hill that's sort of blocking your way. But as you sort of note that on the ground, the hill itself seems to be starting to extend. These basically walls of thorns start coming out and encircling the whole area you're in. And the roots start growing up, but only on the perimeter.
Not closing in.
Not closing in. And in a matter of a few seconds, this sort of area where there's trees and rocks are now blocked by this wall of thorny bramble, this hedge that has sprouted up around you, encircling you into this yard, basically.
Our doorway is closed.
Well, it doesn't look like we go that way.
You look behind you. Yeah, the way you came through in the hollow is blocked off now.
Arlen's going to start walking up towards this rock.
Okay. Yeah, it's a big boulder, moss covered. It's been there for a long time. And Arlen, as you approach, you read Elven, yeah?
Yes.
Take it. Do you read Sylvan?
No, I did not choose Sylvan. I should have.
That's okay. Uses a similar script. There's something written on, like chiseled into the rock, into the boulder, and it says, "The Winding Barrow."
This would be it. This is a marker for it. This is the Barrow entrance.
And as you say that, you look up. You don't see an entrance, but there's definitely a marker.
Gita, is there a way to detect any sort of ingress or other sort of doorway in this environment?
Gita is currently looking around. She's using Druidcraft.
Okay.
And looking for. Let's see. Just looking for any kind of like writing or any indication.
Okay.
Of an entrance.
You see, you look on the rest of the boulder. There's no other writing on the rest of the boulder. The only writing is what Arlen has pointed out, that says "The Winding Barrow." It's sort of on the boulder itself is not very tall. Sort of, it's on top of the. It's on top. That you find the carving.
I'm thinking we just follow these walls, keep moving forward.
Langston, what are you doing back there? You're going to get yourself into danger.
I don't know what I'm doing over here, to be honest with you, Korak. I'm just looking around and making sure that I don't get killed.
Yeah, you are closer to the hedge, this bramble that is sprouted up around you, sort of encircling you into this yard. You don't notice any where the hill is, or along this bramble that is just sprouted up. You don't see any doors or anything.
Yeah, I'm looking for any sort of entrances, exits, that sort of thing.
Nope.
This reminds me of a gladiatorial arena that I saw once.
And I also look at you pointedly, whether you notice it or not, and say,
"You're very hard to kill, Langston."
Perhaps. I'd like to keep it that way.
You note that the as you're sort of getting, you're the closest to this bramble that is spreaded up, and you note that it is just made out of thorny branches. It's basically like razor wire. This whole thing, that if you tried to go through there, not only would it take you forever, it would cut you to shreds.
Mm-hmm.
and you probably wouldn't make it more than a couple inches. And as you note that, all of you hear this baying. And at that point, you can see some movement along the edges of the bramble. And I will need everybody, please, to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, wisdom save.
I have an advantage from last time. I'm going to use it. Nice job.
I rolled a 10.
What I rolled?
A 10?
I also rolled a 10.
13.
I got a 16.
Okay. You're fine. What did Korak get?
13.
13. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It looks like Elle and Gita. You look in the direction of this bang, and appearing as if out of thin air are these two large canine-like beasts. They have dark grayish blue fur, almost black, and their faces, they don't look wolven. They don't look like a wolf. They look like some sort of hybrid between a humanoid face and a canine face. And they've got glowing red eyes, and they're the ones baying. And to you, it has gotten louder, and it is scaring you to the bone. Both of you are frightened, and you cannot move towards those things.
They are upon us!
And roll some initiative, please.
Ooh. Look at their faces.
All right.
Not great.
Nat 20.
Ooh, nice.
Let's see. Okay. All right. These things I have bayed. This one runs forward, charging towards L. This one runs forward, charging at Gita. And L, this one lunges at you to bite at you with its half human, half canine mouth. Let's see, got a 17 on the die. I'm guessing that hit you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oof. All right. That is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus 12 points of psychic damage since you are frightened.
Okay.
And Gita, other one bites at you, only gets a 15.
That hits.
That hits?
Mm-hmm.
Same dealio. 10 points of bite damage plus. Are you afraid? You're frightened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plus another 12 points of damage.
Oof.
You both get clamped onto and are suddenly the terror seems to have been justified as these creatures as big as a horse have clamped down on you, and they are done. Gita.
Is psychic damage treated as like regular damage, or how does that?
Yeah, it's just yeah. I mean, it can be healed by regular damage. Yeah.
I drop. I don't have that many hit points.
No.
There goes that idea. I had a natural 20 too.
for your initiative shit.
Yeah.
All right. On your turn, drops. Langston. That'd have been a good time to level. But
Right.
Yeah.
I will make a death save.
okay.
Lark is down too.
Yep, and I succeeded.
All right. Yeah, Gita, you have to make a death save on your turn then.
It's a fail.
Oh no. All right. Arlen is next.
Arlen's gonna turn to Korak and go, "You help Gita. I'm gonna help Langston," and he's gonna run this way. Bonus action, he will Blade Song,
Okay.
and for his action, he's going to cast Chromatic Orb at this thing at second level.
Okay. That's good.
At the one that's standing over Langston.
Yep.
I forgot I was an orc. I have relentless endurance.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
one hit
nice.
point, baby.
Yeah. Could I do something? Whatever. Like,
Yes.
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 Rolled a 15 plus 5 to hit, so that's a dirty 20.
Yep, that hits.
All right, that's going to do 4d8 damage
Do it up.
since I upcasted it. Oh, shit. There goes my fourth d8. I'll roll 2 twice. Not good. Come on. Uh, 10, and I'm going to make it fire damage. 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage. All right. That's good. That was on Marrow Eater. All right. Okay. It takes that fire damage and that's good. All right. That was Arlen. Gita, since you had one hit point left, we'll sort of do a timey-wimey. What did you want to do?
sorry about that.
That's okay.
I would like to try to cast sleep on the one that is approaching or has just bitten me.
Okay.
So it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw
Mhm.
or be incapacitated until its next turn.
All right. Yeah, that's a poopy. He failed that. Yep.
Cool. Okay, so if he fails his second save, he's unconscious for the duration, which is a minute.
All right.
And that will, let's see, at the end of its next turn, it must repeat the save.
Okay. You cast a spell on this thing. It fails its save. It is it sort of just slumps its head. Then
Action cast Shillelagh on my beautiful hickory staff.
you say bonus action?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Then Arlen went. Then Korak goes.
All right. I am going to command this marrow eater to flee, and it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. This is the command spell, I take it?
Yes.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. That is a 5 on the die. I don't think he makes it.
12 is the number.
Yeah, definitely doesn't make it. Yep.
Flee and run away from me
All right.
indefinitely.
Does it do it on your turn or on his turn? I think it's on his turn.
Let's see. You speak one word command. A creature you can see within range of the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn.
Okay. All right. Which is coming up. Since Korak, you went at the end of the round, they go first. Blackthorn is not moving, and Marrow Eater is fleeing. You see it run into the bramble and sort of become incorporeal as it does so.
Jose, does it drop my flaccid body when it runs? You
It
said I
does.
was in its mouth.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it does.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it gave you one last little worry, and then it just dropped you and ran away from the command. That was their go. Gita.
I'm gonna. It's incapacitated. It doesn't say anything about. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on L.
Okay. Do it up.
60 feet. Well, that's not bad. 15 HP back
That's great. Fantastic.
to L.
Thanks, I can use that.
Gita, you are still still frightened of this thing. But let's see.
Did you say 15?
Yeah, 1-5.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I'm back to full health. I'm not a half elf. I'm a full health now.
Those hit points are like a 10th elf.
Mm-hmm.
Full health elf.
That's right.
Full health. All right.
Elf on the hill.
Gita,
That was
you feel the need to move away from this thing, even though it is incapacitated by your spell. You feel the need to move away from it.
Okay, I am backing away. I'm gonna say too, if we hit it, it's gonna wake up.
All right. Put yourself where you want to move to.
Okay.
Up to your movement. All right. All righty then. Gita, give me a nature roll. Actually, anybody who has nature as a skill can roll it.
14. That might be
14.
work.
These creatures, because of what they did to you and what they look like, you recognize them, or you've heard of them. Never encountered one. These are fey creatures called Yefhounds, and you and Elle are particularly vulnerable to them. You know that in your bones. Arlen and Korak obviously shook off the effects of the baying. So that is what you know about them. You know that they hitting you is going to hurt a lot more than somebody who's not been afeared by them.
Okay.
All right. That was Gita. Langston.
I think at this point when I come to, I'm still prone laying on the ground. I come to, I look up at the sky. What does the sky look like as I'm laying on my back, staring into the clouds?
You can barely see the sky. If you look in the map, there's like dappled light coming down. And the sun had been setting, as I said before, so it's just barely that orange light that's barely making its way through this. It's almost complete darkness in here, but it's light enough for everybody can see. Pardon me, can see still.
Okay. I think I'm gonna, as I come to and stare up at this weird scene, this Fey-inspired scene, I'm going to level up.
Excellent.
And I'm going to, I think I'm going to take a feat. I'm going to take the resilient feat, as
Love it.
I have had this. as I've had this strange fear wash over me, I can feel the magic of the Fae infusing into my psyche. Maybe the fact that I have this psionic ability has opened me to some dangers inadvertently to this strange place. And so I channel that psychic energy as I come back to life, essentially, and I'm going to take resilient wisdom so that I will have proficiency, I think it is, in wisdom saving throws going forward.
Dig it. Cool.
And of course, more hit points,
More
I think,
hit
as
points,
well.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that takes my action, but that's what I'm going to do.
No, the leveling doesn't take anything.
Okay. All right.
Just-
In that case, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to make my way over to where my friends are.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Arlen.
Yeah, just kind of wary of this creature kind of snapping, coming out of it or anything. He's going to he'll just hold a firebolt, and if it makes to attack us or something, he's going to let it loose.
Oh, you're pretty sure it's going to attack you as soon as it goes.
Is it out? Like, does it look like it's still threatening, or is it like been charmed by somebody?
I mean, it looks like it's sleeping on its feet, but
Okay.
But that that's a magical effect that will wear off.
Okay. Yeah, he's just going to hold it because I don't think he would know what's going on.
Okay. Korak.
All right. I am going to give myself false life and increase my health
Okay.
for a time.
All right. Excellent. Anything else?
Right. No, not at the moment. I'm
Okay.
waiting to see what these creatures do.
All right. These creatures, Gita, that was for one round, yeah?
One round, and then he saves again
Please again.
at the end of this round. And if he fails, then he's unconscious.
Okay. All right. He's on
For a
roll
minute.
For a minute. Let's see. That's a 13 on the die. It's a wisdom.
That's what he's got to make.
That's what it's got to make. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So he
He made it.
snaps out of it, shakes it off, and lunges at Korak. Biting Korak.
After seeing this, would that that would meet the condition of my held fireball?
Sure.
I'm gonna firebolt. So I'm going to throw it.
Or fireball, either one.
I'm a little close with fireball.
I don't actually have fireball, so I had to. Oh, that's pretty good. That is a +5. 19 to hit,
19 hits, yeah.
and that's 1d8.
Mm.
Um, 6 fire damage.
All right. Takes the 6 fire damage. But continues to try to chomp onto Korak.
Stop it.
He rolls a grand total of 16.
He eats my shield, is what he does.
Excellent. All right. And the command has worn off as this thing reappears and comes charging out.
Not you again.
And he moves to there, and he can't quite get a chomp in, but you see him literally, Gita, he's running at you, and you see his paws aren't touching the ground as he runs at you.
Cool.
And is extremely quiet, but it's at this point big, and you see him, and he's right up in your business. Gita, your turn.
Well, all right. I will. I'm gonna try to hit him with my club or my staff,
Shillelagh.
my shillelagh staff. Okay, that's 16 to hit.
16, I believe, hits. Yes, it does.
Okay. Well, this is the moment when I will level up. I'm
Nice.
gonna choose Savage Attacker.
Nice.
So once per turn, I can re-roll the damage dice
All
and
right.
use either total. So that was
That's sweet.
3.
Sweet.
Oh, that was a 1. So okay,
Now re-roll that, or take the higher one.
I rolled once and I got 3, and that was when I chose.
But the DM's giving you another re-roll because
Okay,
you just
one.
leveled up.
Oh, okay, yay! That's 8 damage.
All right, excellent.
Savage Attacker.
Damage.
All right, -8. All right, excellent. You clobber him. He yelps and takes it, growls at you, and looks like he's going to try to bite you next round. Anything else, Gita? And don't forget to give yourself your hit points.
Yes, I am also going to bonus action cast another healing word on myself.
All right. All right. If that is it, you're going on to Langston.
Okay. I'm so excited that I rolled max hit points for my character.
Sweet.
So yeah, I'm very stoked.
Nice.
All right. So Lark is going to. Oh, let's see here. I think he's going to move over this way and hop up on top of this rock.
Okay.
And then take a couple shots at this thing.
Sure.
Actually, could I try to hide behind the rock rather than get up on top of it to get a sneak attack?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
The rock's about 5 feet tall. I'd
Okay,
say.
so in all of the chaos, I'm going to dip behind this rock.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'll make an attack.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, that's a 16.
That will hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 6 psychic damage, and then sneak attack
Yeah.
for 7 more, so 13 total.
13 total on microphone.
And then I'll use a bonus action to make another attack.
Take it.
Ooh, 24.
That hits.
And that will be for 5 more points damage.
5 more points. All right.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Arlen. Bring it.
You're muted, Andy.
Shoot, that part was really cool. He's going to pull his sword and with a bit of a flourish, kind of swing around Gata and attack Marrow Eater.
Okay. Stick them.
Blades on. Okay. Does 17 hit?
It does. Yep.
Okay. That is. Oh, and I'm going to make that a true strike attack, which is a cantrip. That lets me make the damage be radiant.
Dig it.
But I forgot what I roll. There it is. 1d6. Oh, not much. 4 radiant damage.
That's total damage.
Yes.
All right.
I rolled a 1.
No. All right. Anything else?
Action.
Yep.
No, that's it.
Okay. Korak.
I'm going to bring forth a spiritual weapon that is a great black skull that imitates my belt buckle.
Nice.
Perhaps not quite that big. And I am going to strike this beast with the said weapon. For 18 to hit it.
That hits.
And 8 points of damage. And then I can do a cantrip even though I cast a spell, right?
Yep.
I still do cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
I am also going to toll the dead on this creature's ear. And it hears a bell and must make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Gets an 18 on the die.
Unfortunate. I wanted to see it die. For now, I'll stand my ground.
All right. All right, their turn. The hound next to Korak goes to bite you, Korak. And he rolls. Oh boy, poopy. Well, they had a great start, but he misses Korak completely. Barrow Eater's going after Arlen. Unfortunately, that is not a miss. That's a 19 on the die.
What was it? A 19
on the die? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that hits.
And he bites you for 10 points of piercing damage. You are not frightened, so you don't take a bunch of extra damage.
Okay.
All right. That was their go. Gita.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try to swing again.
Okay.
Beat this thing down. I'm enraged right now. Sort of. 23 to hit.
That hits.
I'm as enraged as this druidic hippie can be.
I'm so mad, dude.
Well,
Nice roll.
I mean,
Really?
I don't need to use my savage attacker. I'm just going to keep that. That's 11
Nice.
damage.
Nice. Wow.
Raw.
Oof. Oh, yeah. That bloodies him. That's good. All right. Anything else, Gita?
I'm bracing myself to get bit, I think.
All right. All right. Let's see. Let's get Langston.
Arlen, get in
I'm
front of me.
going to move around this side of the rock.
Okay.
And from a concealed position, take another shot with a psychic blade attack.
All right.
That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
5 plus 15 points of damage.
Oof.
All of it's psychic.
Blackthorn. Nice.
And then I will use a bonus action as well. Take another shot with psychic blades. That's only an 11. But if that doesn't hit,
That does not hit.
I'm going to use one of my psionic powers and add a D6 to it.
All right.
One of my psionic dice. So that's 4 more. 15.
That hits.
That hits. Thank you.
You had a 50% chance there.
Yep. And I will do 6 more points of damage. So 21 points of psychic damage altogether.
6 more points. All right. That one's looking. Blackthorn's looking pretty bad.
That's my turn.
All right. Arlen.
Arlen's gonna swing again. Keep slashing at this guy.
Slash him up.
Oh, God, that's not great. 14 to hit.
That is what you needed.
Oh. All right. I'm going to make that another true strike attack.
Dig it.
So that'll be 6 radiant.
All right. Let's see. Anything else?
Oh, no, that's it.
All right. All right, Korak.
All right. I will strike with the spiritual weapon. First of all, oops. How about that doesn't hit at all? And then I will call out my spare the dying, my toll the dead again, and ring the bell, and it must make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, wisdom saving throw. He gets a 3 total.
And it takes 3 injuries from being told by the bell.
Said 3?
3.
All right. What is that? What does that look like?
I think when the bell rings, the creature pauses for a moment and looks me in the eye, where I'm trying to make sure it does. And then the blood pours from its eyes and its nostrils and out of its ears as it wobbles and pitches forward dead at my feet. And it is the most beautiful thing I have seen all week, because the first death in all of this opportunity that I have been able to encounter. And I raise my shield arm high towards the heavens in praise.
It falls to the ground at your feet and basically disapparates slowly in front of you.
Ooh,
as it does so. Yes. That was them. So it's the Marrow Eater's turn. Marrow Eater sees that happen and growls at Arlen and Gita and fades away. Before your eyes. And it's again deathly quiet in this little glade you find yourselves in, as you have vanquished these 2 guard dogs, left with a big old boulder still with some writing on it, and 2 discorporated Yeth hounds that are no longer there. And I think that's probably a good place to take a quick break.
Perfect. All right. Hey, we survived. We got some leveling up going on.
Love it.
Some, what do you call this? Just sort of asymmetrical leveling. I love it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Yeah. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you have the ability to make a donation to the ACLU, please do. The link is in the chat. We'll see you shortly.
We find ourselves at the end of this dead-end hollow. Ahead of you is this huge brambly hill made of thorny vines and such. To all sides of you, however, you've been surrounded by clearly some sort of magical effect of these brambles that have formed, forming a yard in which you were attacked by these fey hounds. And upon defeating them, disappeared into nothingness, and you remain a little bit bloodier, a little maybe less confused, maybe more confused.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna call out Quimble. Did we succeed in our test? Can we move on now? Enough of this silly game.
You don't hear anything.
Arlen's going to just move over to the rock and take a seat. I need to take a short rest here or something. And he's going to sit down and kind of start bandaging his wounds.
Okay.
Because he got a decent chomp from that thing.
Mm-hmm.
As he does so,
feeling well.
Yeah, he's kind of taking in the surroundings. And while you're looking at him, he's kind of just staring up at the sky, and you'll see his eyes starting to lights, like a greenish, whitish, silvery light starts to kind of like twinkle and shine in his eyes as he's looking at the sky. And I'm gonna level up.
Sweet.
And I'm gonna take the feat Fey touched.
Nice.
Because he just got touched real hard by
Faye.
So yeah, I'm gonna get a +1 to my intelligence as part of that, and a few extra spells.
Excellent. With that particular feat and leveling, with that insight that Arlen has, you look down at the rock you're sitting on, sort of bit of an angle, about 5 feet tall at the highest. You're sitting sort of at the bottom of it, and you're right next to where this writing is. Give me a investigation with advantage as you're sitting there bandaging, looking around, feeling fate touched.
Sorry, say that again. I got distracted.
That's all right. Can you give me an investigation?
Investigation, yes.
With advantage, please.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 1 and a nat 20.
Sweet. Parfait. Perfect for Arlen as you feel yourself sort of communing with this place that you're in. It has touched you more than you maybe anticipated before walking into this hollow, and you look down and you see this writing, and you think that this writing has something to do with how to get further, and you note with the 20, you note that the chunk of the boulder that it is written on is fairly flat, and also there's a hairline crack that where the writing is, that sort of, if you were to follow the hairline crack, it sort of makes this sort of square shape.
Does it look like the shape can be like
sort of rectangular, I should say?
Yeah. Does it look like it's kind of something that is made to be like, is it some kind of switch or something?
No, it's about you're looking at it. It's the boulder's fairly large. This chunk, like if you were to follow this hairline crack, that makes this chunk that you're looking at about maybe 2.5 feet by 2 feet, and that happens to be where the writing is also.
Okay.
And it's on the flat top of the rock.
Yeah, he'll point that out to everybody.
Is it magic? What is it? Arlen, what is it?
Oh God, I'm sorry, I got super distracted.
Jose, what is the
writing?
What does the writing say?
It says the winding barrow.
Okay, that was all the writing said. We knew that from earlier. Okay,
correct. What you didn't know before is that this piece looks like it's cracked away from the rest of the boulder, like it could be removed if you wanted to. Like the hairline crack goes around in such a way that it covers 2 sides of it, and then the other 2 sides are already sort of the edge of the boulder, such that you could remove that piece of boulder if you really wanted to.
Okay. Arlen will go up to it and kind of like see if he can like pry it open somehow.
Yep. Once you see it, it's pretty easy just to sort of pry your fingers underneath it and sort of pull that top section of the boulder off. Like I said, it's about 2.5 feet by 2 feet or so, and the writing is on it. And when you pull it off, it's about an inch thick. The slab that you've taken off.
And is it like hollow inside, or?
No, it's just basically a flagstone now, right? You've taken it off this boulder. It's like a flagstone that is about an inch thick, roughly rectangular, and with the writing on it.
Does it look like it's a broken piece of stone, or was it intentionally carved that way? Is it smooth edged?
Yeah, it's fairly smooth edged. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Is this some sort of riddle or puzzle of some kind? What's underneath it when we pull it away?
I'm guessing it looks very intentional.
Just more of the boulder.
No more writing, no additional...
No more writing.
I'm just going to run my hands over the surface. There's no other carving or anything that's detectable on it.
No other carvings on it. Yeah, nothing that stands out.
And you said the writing, the winding barrow, is on the smooth side or the other side?
So it's on the side that was facing up, right?
Okay.
Facing the sky. You took it off. It's like a flagstone now that you're holding, and the writing is on that side. Underneath, there's nothing. It's just a flat, like a flagstone.
Maybe set it on the ground or set it back on in a different configuration. The winding barrow.
Flip it over and push it back on?
Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah, he'll try.
It doesn't quite fit, but it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Good idea, though.
By the way, does Arlen still look terrible? Injury-wise, not like fashion-wise or anything, because who cares?
No judgment.
I'll have you know, he's dressed very nicely. Yeah, he's still a little beat up.
Okay. Gato will come up to you and say, "Do you need some help? I can heal you."
Yeah, that would be great.
I'll reach down and grab up a handful of like earth, like some mud, dirt, whatever, and I'm gonna put it on the side of his face, and then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Sweet.
What does the mud do?
Heals you. It's healing mud.
Exfoliates too. You got, what did that just say?
I think it was 12.
Well, I think it did too. Yeah, because it's +3. You got 12 back.
Whoa, nice.
And you also, it's already to dry. It's caked on your face now.
It's just suddenly dried. As you guys are pondering and you're healing and you are pondering this flagstone that you've pried up from this boulder with this writing carved into it, you can hear faintly in the distance.
I don't like the sound of that. Korak, what do you make of this riddle? There's some sort of key or something here.
It's not something I am greatly familiar with. The Fae do many things to cause confusion in the realm. This riddle is there. There's wording as well.
Yeah, there's no particular riddle. The only riddle is what this has to do with anything. The wording just tells you what this is. It just says the winding barrow.
I'm just describing it as like a puzzle / riddle. There's something here.
Yeah. Clearly, this has more than just a slab of rock that happens to be almost perfectly rectangular that you pried off this.
Is it a doorway?
Did we put it on the ground?
Does it move?
Does the entire thing move like winding,
We try to push the rock, the boulder?
Perhaps.
Boulder is way too big for you to go push.
It's too big.
Well, let's place still up around the edge.
Yeah, the thorns have grown all the way around, sort of making a tall wall around the field you're in. This is clearing you're in.
This is a meeting place between the realms. This has got to be a door of some kind or a pathway or something. Place the slab on the ground and let's see if it does anything.
Okay, you place it on the ground. Nothing seems to happen.
What if we place it against the thorns? You can exit.
What if we shatter it?
You place it like right up against the.
We'll smash it up. Not smash it, but push it up against the thorn.
Sure.
Encircled area.
Sure. You push it up. You doing that against the wall or towards the mound that you first discovered? It's all sort of homogenized now, but you can still see what would be the barrow part of the winding barrow.
I think maybe both. Maybe I'd start with the barrow part.
Okay. You stick it. You sort of put it up there. It takes two of you to sort of like just hold it up there. It's a heavy piece of rock, but you hold it up there, and as you do so, the vines from the barrow kind of hold on to each edge and hold it in place.
Okay.
But nothing else happens.
Look around.
Did it change form?
Smooth part?
Maybe knock on it. If it's a door, maybe we need to knock.
Yeah, I'll knock.
Nothing happens. You hear another.
Maybe we should just kill Quimble and be done with it.
That was my idea before, but I don't know where he is now.
Yeah, you haven't seen him.
Just hear him laughing, giggling.
No, actually, that sound is like the baying sound, but further away, sort of not in your vicinity. But it's the F-hound baying. Roll me,
there was nothing. There was nothing underneath when the slab was lifted.
No,
smooth rock.
Just more rock. Yeah. Roll me an insight check. You're getting hot. So roll me an insight check, everybody.
Not me.
Oh, you suck.
10.
12. It was almost 22.
15.
Ooh, just 11 for Arlen.
Hey, Gita, you put this thing up there with some help. You knocked on it. You think you're on the right path. You recall what happened to summon Quimble? Do you recall what happened to summon Quimble?
I do not.
Gita recalls.
Oh, it was blood. Yes, it was blood. I was gonna lick the stone, but
the coronel pricked her finger and wrote his name.
Do I have any of Arlen's blood on me from like touching him? Can I use that?
Probably.
I'll smear some of that on the stone.
Nothing happens.
Okay, well I'm still bloody too. I'll pull open a wound a bite wound I just had, and open some fresh flowing blood.
Easy to do.
On my touch it.
You put a little dot on the stone.
I'll draw a little daisy.
You know, nothing happens.
Suppose we all need to put blood on it?
Write the name with your blood.
My name?
No, the name of the person we seek.
Oh,
Quimble.
I'll give you one other thing. You note that the flagstone, the writing, now that you have the flagstone off and you have it up there, the winding barrow writing is it seems to be on the bottom half. So if you're holding it up, the winding barrow part is on the bottom, sort of leaving a more of the blank, literally blank slate above it.
Well, we're seeking the Evergreen Prince, right? Not Quimble. Right. The Evergreen Prince's winding barrow. The Evergreen Prince. What's his actual name? Do we know?
You don't.
We know. We don't?
No, you don't.
Okay. Well, that's
We don't want to summon him, though, right?
That's who we're literally trying to find to demand the return of the children.
If we
As
dally, we ought to fight more of those beasts instead.
Well, they're coming.
As you write, the things you've written so far, you and sort of debating what to do next, you see the blood sort of start disappearing as it sort of seems to be soaking into the stone and then disappearing.
It's happening. Something's happening.
But it seems to sort of do that as like water would over time, sort of dissipates and soaks into the rock to the point that it's blank again.
Got very excited for something very natural that just happened. Evaporation.
We got unnatural in that it was very fast in its blood, but
The air is so dry. I can feel my skin flaking off.
You're pretty sure you're on the right path in that there's something that needs to happen in writing above the winding barrow.
What's the word in Sylvan for open or enter?
Nobody knows Sylvan here.
Can I make it?
Elven.
You would know how to write that in Sylvan, just because it uses the same script as Elven.
Yeah, Arlen will kind of show Gita how to write it.
All right, since she's got the fresh flowing blood.
Since you got the blood, yeah.
So what do you write?
Just grab her finger and just hold her finger like a pen.
He's gonna should we like open or enter?
Enter.
Yeah, enter. He'll write enter.
Okay.
Well, no, surely if that worked.
You write enter, and as you finish the R, or the final letter of the word, there's a pause, and then you hear the sound of vines moving as they form an entranceway right below the flagstone that you've put up with the bent down, but it's forming a doorway.
Ooh.
Catch me if
was it.
I got you.
Blood loss. Thank you.
You need aid, Gita.
Yeah. No, I'm good now.
I'll crouch down and look through underneath the flagstone. What do I see down?
You see, you sort of put it up. You can sort of bend down and see that there's a doorway now. Maybe because of where you put the flagstone, probably a hobbit-sized doorway. And it is just a round tunnel that goes into this barrel, and the tunnel itself is made of the same materials of thorny vines and such. The walls, the ceiling, everything is round, but it is an entranceway into the winding barrow. It appears.
Well, follow me. I'm gonna squeeze through the opening.
Yeah, you just sort of have to squat down. Yep. Everybody follow?
Yeah.
I'll go last.
All right. You follow through. Inside the barrow, the tangled weave of branches and bones form a narrow, dark tunnel. Save for a very faint greenish light, it is dark. The passage bends and turns, and you realize that you are in a labyrinth that winds into the heart of the hill. At this point, you travel a little further, you can hear the far-off sound of raucous music. And as you wind further into the barrow.
And we're crawling the whole time?
No. After a bit, it opens up. The tunnel is still round, but it gets bigger, such that you can stand up now. And you note that behind you, as the last person walked in, you see the blood starting to fade. And as the blood starts to fade, you can hear and see the opening closing up behind you.
I hope there's another way out. What kind of music are we hearing, Jose? You said raucous. Is it Elven? Is it a tune we recognize?
It's nothing you necessarily recognize. It's sort of too far off in the distance to recognize any particular song, but nothing comes to mind. It's just sort of like raucous party music, different instruments being played at once. maybe not the best music, but it's definitely somebody's giving it their all.
Does it feel like raucous party music for babies? Or does it sound like...
Could be, yeah.
Does it have...
Baby
Sounds
metal.
kind of upbeat, yep.
Well, we're close. Let's go. I'm going to kind of hurry down the corridor.
All right. You hurry down the corridor and you you come out to this larger room. And as you look about, you note that this room is open to the night sky. It's much like the clearing you were in, except it's inside the barrow, or at least that's what you thought you were.
We can see the sky now.
You can see the sky now, and this is more like a rectangular shaped room. When the last of you gets through, you note that ahead of you, there is no, like across the room, there is no entrance, there is no exit. There's just the way you came in. And as the last one of you gets through there, the way you came in, the vines and thorns close up behind you. And you note something, there's a little barrel straight ahead. And you can see this, you're outdoors, and you can see that the thorns are about head height for most of you. Korak probably sees a little further over. But you can see that it appears to go on at the end of this field. It seems to go on for a bit. And you see a little barrel right next to the wall ahead of you. As you approach, you see that there are some sickles and hedge trimmers, sort of gardening equipment in this barrel.
In a sort of garden. So far, it's everything that I thought it might be.
Yes, very strange. So it's just a clearing with this barrel, and that's it.
And then right next to the barrel is another like wall, basically, and you can see that the only way forward is to go through this hedge, but the hedge seems to go on for a while. Gita, as a druid, you've done some brush clearing. You're in tune with nature. You think that if you're getting from where you are now, and you can look over the edge of all the briars, this would take all four of you working about a week, about a 10-day to get through. So about 10 days to get through.
Guys, this is going to take way too long. Gotta find a different way. We can't clear this.
You also note that you don't have, unless some of you do, I don't think you do, 10 days worth of food and water in this place.
Unless we can eat the hedge, we should find another way quickly.
Arlen will go up to the barrel of tools. Does it, looking at the tools, do they look like they've been used? Like, do they look, or are they just kind of like old and rusty and kind of like overgrown and stuff? Like
they look well maintained. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we could just try to cut a little bit.
I don't think we have time to even... It's a long ways over there.
We don't have time for any of this. Where is our goddamn guide? Quimble, show yourself.
Time? You say time?
Who said that?
He's standing behind you.
Oh, there's something about you doing that I'm not very fond of, but I also find it sort of endearing.
Quimble, how do we get through this hedge?
He points to the tools.
Do we use these tools to murder you?
You gotta catch me first. The next second,
Perhaps-
he's on the opposite side of your party from Gita.
Perhaps, Quimble, you can show us how to use these tools. We're unfamiliar with them.
He's like, oh, I see you use your weapons. I think you know how to use some shears and sickles.
Never seen those in ever.
Arlen will go up to the barrel and grab a sickle, and he'll
Okay.
just take a swipe at the hedge in front of him.
Okay. Take a swipe at the hedge. It cuts some of the vines and bramble away.
I'll take
But
the
just the
shears and
normal amount
Just a
that
normal
you would
amount.
expect.
Just a normal amount.
I'll snip extra fast.
He starts doing that. Give me a perception check, all of you, as Arlen starts doing that.
Mhm. 7.
Do you want one from Arlen as well?
12.
Yeah, everybody here.
5.
13.
All right, 13 is high. Arlen, as you start cutting away. And who got the next highest?
I had a
Yes.
12.
12.
Yeah, I heard there was a 12.
Elle, you see him start cutting, and something catches your eye out of in the night sky. And as he starts cutting, you see the moon starting to travel.
This has taken quite a long time. Or time is taking a rapid pace. Look, that's not natural.
You hear your companion Arlen say that. You look up,
Yeah, he'll take a look at the moon as well.
the moon is just hanging out. It's just right there. You keep chopping?
Yeah, he'll keep chopping. I mean, I don't know what else to do at this point, so
Yeah.
he's gonna
You
kind
keep
of just
chopping.
see if a little more work helps.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Watching the
I'm
moon.
looking at Quimble.
I'm using the
He's
shears.
just watching you, smiling, watching Arlen.
Oh,
Gita and Korak, you notice the same thing that Leo, that L pointed out.
So I don't know if you heard me, but I'm using the shears.
Oh, okay. You start using the shears.
Yeah.
You start using the shears. You look up. The moon is still. It's not moving.
Some reason I'm finding this a gleeful activity. I'm just shearing away and I'm looking at Arlen and
are there enough tools for all of us?
Uh-huh.
Well, do you think, I'm going to turn to Al. Do you think we should also do this? It doesn't seem like time is passing when they're doing it.
As Korak starts up, you see the moon start moving faster across the sky.
Who does? Oh, we do?
You do. El and Gita do.
I'm going to grab some tools.
Okay. You start chopping away.
I'm chopping, but I'm looking at the moon.
You start chopping. As you look at the moon, it stops. It's just doing what a moon's supposed to do.
Al, is the moon moving right now for you?
El,
Yes.
you feel you're getting sleepy. Like you're starting to feel real tired. Like you've been on your feet all day long. You sure could take a nap or something.
I'll sit down and kind of recline.
Okay.
And just look up at the stars.
You see the moon go across the sky, start going down, and you see the sun starting to rise. After a while,
Have they made any sort of progress?
yeah, they're making some progress.
Did I get a long rest?
No, not quite yet.
Okay.
Are we tired?
You guys just chopping away. You've been at this for maybe an hour or so.
Aren't you weary? You've been at it for a day.
I'll just come over here and chop some stuff. I have a theory.
I'm resting.
I got flavored smoke in it for you later.
I think something happens when we all do it.
Elle, you also feeling extremely hungry suddenly.
Let me get some food quick, and then I'll join you.
Arlen, I think nothing happens when we all do it. Look, the moon has not moved for, I guess, an hour.
You are eating your rations, and as you're eating them, you're getting hungry. and tired.
I'm gonna keep eating.
You're just gonna stop and just stand there and look at Elle.
You stop and look at Elle.
I don't know what to say. I'm hungry and tired.
He's got rings under his eyes.
I don't feel well. I don't feel well at all.
Chop on some of these hedges.
When you
Grab a
stop,
tool.
Gita,
He's got allergies.
Far too tired.
Gita, when you stop, you see the moon start moving again.
I'm telling you right now, the moon is moving, and it wasn't before. I'm not hungry, and I've been doing a lot of labor, unlike some of us. And I'll look at Elle. Come over and just
I'm
humor me.
far too
Humor
tired
your friend.
to do it. Gita, I don't think I could even lift a tool right now.
You have to try.
Do we stop and
You tell me.
I'll walk over to Elle and hold my hand out. Let me help you up.
I don't know what's wrong, Gita. I feel terrible.
I think I do. Take my hand.
I'll reach up and grab your hand.
Okay. And I'll pull you up.
Oh, I'm so tired and hungry, and I'm gonna take out another ration and start eating it.
Start eating it. So it feels like Chinese food. You eat one and you're hungry immediately afterwards. Gita, what are you doing with him? He's eating some jerky as you pull him up to his feet.
Give him a tool.
I'm gonna put my tool in his hand and walk him over to the shrubbery if he'll let me.
Yeah, I'm not putting up much of a fight. I'm so tired I can barely lift the thing and hold on to it.
Yep, but you're able to, and as soon as you do you go to cut?
Very lazily.
Yeah.
With zero effort.
Like take your arm and smash it.
Elle, you definitely feel like you have pulled an all-nighter or two at this point.
Probably have at least a level of exhaustion at this point.
Yes, you do actually.
Yeah.
And you pick up your tool and you start chopping as exhausted as you are, and as soon as you do, the moon, which has come back around for you, stops.
Oh, good. Now time is standing still so we can work longer hours. This is the worst nightmare that we've ever found ourselves in. Thank you, Gita.
I'm sorry, and you're welcome. And I run over and grab a tool.
You just hear behind you.
I hate you, Quimble.
Yeah. Love you. You spend what feels like hours cutting through this hedge. As you do so, though, you are getting cut up because as soon as you make it into the hedge, there's no avoiding the brambles and the thorns and the spikiness. And by the time you get to the end, you have each taken 18 points of piercing damage as you have cut through What Gita thought would be about 10 days worth of work, you've done it in maybe that many hours. And you have done it at the expense of just getting cut the ribbons, but you made it through. Elle, you still have that level of exhaustion. You're cut up, but you realize that the working made time stand still, basically, whereas lounging about made it just go by really fast.
Wonderful. We just worked for 10 fucking hours.
Right. But you made it to the end, and there is once you make it through the end of the hedge, you see a natural door again, another doorway form.
I need a whole bunch of bandages.
I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I could really use a rest right now.
We need to sleep. I'm just going to sit down and lay down and fall asleep. I'm done.
It's always fun. Yeah, I'm hurt.
Are we in a position for a long rest?
You're in a tunnel, in a round, thorny tunnel right now.
I just mean, has there been seemingly enough time for...
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you guys got here as the sun was already setting, if you recall.
Okay.
Is the moon moving fast again? The sun moving fast again?
No, because once you get past that sort of field, you made it. You make it back into the Barrow.
Before I go to sleep, I'm going to pray.
Okay.
And I'm just lifting my gratitude, and I'm thinking about the way that creature died, the way that just, I replay the image in my mind, and the way that it's evaporated when it was done, and just I giggle a little bit to myself. So, yeah, just the beauty of it, and in the process of doing that before I go to sleep, I will level up.
Sweet, excellent.
And then I will sleep.
Excellent. All of you, you're tired, especially for Elle. Elle just passes out asleep at the end of your work shift, to the point that you all are cut up, you're tired, you all fall asleep, and you get a long rest in the tunnel, or you hope you do. But as you're resting, you are all awakened by the sound of what sounds like the sound of the shears that you were cutting through the hedge. But a multitude of those. And you look down the tunnel that you're currently in, and when you wake up, you know that there's no more entrance where that would have led out to the field where the moon was. There's just sort of this one long tunnel that you're in. And you hear this sound coming from the direction that you think you came from, which again is just a tunnel behind you. And you hear sounds like shears and sickles and such being used, swinging around.
Something coming?
Is it getting louder?
It is getting louder. Yep, and it's coming down the tunnel that you're in. And as you sort of look in that direction, the faint green light that sort of suffuses this place, it doesn't come from anywhere in particular, you can just make out something that sort of turns the bend and comes into the tunnel you're in currently. And what turns the corner is just this thing that takes up the whole tunnel, the whole height of the tunnel, and it's just spinning shears and sickles moving down the tunnel, sort of trimming the verge as it comes down, that it sort of surrounds it, makes up the whole tunnel is greenery, and this thing is cutting it, and it's coming right at you. What are you guys doing?
Time to run.
I'm moving myself really hard because I think I'm having a nightmare.
I grab you by the scruff and pull you to your feet.
Yeah, Arlen will jump up and start trying to get laying on his feet.
All right.
Come on. We've got to move. Look.
Why didn't we have one of those? Why wasn't that available?
Yeah, you're a little late.
You most certainly still you're still tired. You still have the level of exhaustion. You didn't in fact get a long rest, but you find yourselves running away from this thing as it's continuously moving towards you, again taking up the whole tunnel with this sort of metal cascade of blades. Go ahead and give me
If we didn't long rest, did I level up?
you can level up without long resting. That just sort of happens automatically.
No, I just mean, did I actually?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
was
did.
that
You did.
okay?
No, yeah,
all right.
you did.
Would we have rested long enough to use some hit dice? Because I'm at like really low hit points right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Same.
You get a short
Okay.
rest for
right.
sure.
All right, thanks.
All right, you start running away from this thing. Give me dexterity checks, please.
Ugh.
My dice are doing what they do.
You said 8.
I got a 5.
What's each of your movements? 30, I take it?
Yeah.
Is it a dex save or a dex check? What did you want?
Dex check. It's a dex check.
9.
All right. Each of you, the tiredness is showing through. Arlen, what'd you get?
I'm sorry, what was it? A dex,
Dex check.
just
Dex
a
check.
straight
Yep.
dex. Not great either. 10.
This sort of echoes exactly what should be happening as you guys are awakened and tired and fatigued as you scramble to your feet and start stumbling away from this thing as it continues moving towards you. It is catching up with you as you are starting to run away from it. The tunnel goes straight for a while, and you see up ahead a couple of ways where it turns left and right. What are you guys doing?
You mean it turns alternatively left and then right and then right and then left, or is
Yes.
it on
Yeah,
left? Okay, got it. Right. Well,
Well, I think we're still running
You are still
We
running. Yep.
to probably get to that spot up there
what spot?
where this thing can't go. This thing isn't going to turn out and go after us, right?
Well, you did see it turn when it came into your tunnel.
A sharp turn? Oh,
And there's no split. It's just it goes left and it goes right. Then
No,
it's
it does,
straight.
sorry, it does split. It goes
Oh,
straight.
it does split.
Yeah, and then it goes right.
We
but
should
then
split up.
further ahead,
It
you go see another left.
It can't kill us all at the same time.
I think I'm being told to go left.
We should split up. We might not find each other again.
if we split up, maybe it won't know what to do and it'll just go straight and bore through the wall.
We know it turned to the right when it came through the wall. Okay, when it came down the tunnel, because that's the way that the turn went. So if we go left, perhaps it won't go that direction.
The tunnel ahead, the tunnel straight ahead, as you were running and just sort of discussing this, you see the tunnel ahead. There is a gate with bars built into the tunnel ahead.
On our side of the split.
Correct.
Ha ha ha.
Great.
What are you guys doing?
Well, we're running. We got to go. We can get as far as the gate. So
Yep. You get as far as the gate.
Is there any kind of lock on the gate or anything like that? Does it look like we can get into it?
It looks like there is a lock. It looks like you can get past it. If you can get past it. What are you trying? As this thing is...
just for my part, I'm going to slam it with my mace because that's the best option I have.
Okay. All right.
Did you say there was a lock?
Yes.
I'm going to Misty step to the other side and look for a key on the other side.
Okay.
Nice.
You don't see a key on the other
Well,
side, but you
13
are on the other
hits.
side. 13 does hit. Yep. Give me some
7
damage.
points.
7
Langston,
points.
can you pick
said-
this lock?
I can try.
Corey, did you say 7 points?
Yeah.
All right. You hit this gate. You think it has a threshold of damage, and so you hit it, and it doesn't seem to do much on this wrought iron.
So it clangs.
Yeah, it does clang. Yep.
That gives me some satisfaction.
Mm-hmm. Arlen, L, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to try to pick the lock.
All right.
Out of the way, Korak. Let me try this.
And I'm screaming at him because I can see it coming as I'm looking at all of them. I can see it back there. It's coming, it's coming.
I'm going to try to focus as best I can with Gita just shouting.
Oh
What do I roll? What do I roll? I'm not sure what I roll.
That would be a dexterity
I
check.
have
with
thieves' tools. I've got dexterity. I've got sleight of hand. I've got whatever I need.
Sleight of hand. Yeah,
Proficiency.
sleight of hand.
Quit
And then add my
screwing around.
proficiency bonus. All right.
Yep. Yeah. But if you have sleight of hand, it should add the proficiency bonus.
I don't think it adds the proficiency bonus for the thieves' tools. So it's 22 total.
22 total. All right. Luckily, you have those thieves' tools because you are able to click. The lock opens, and you're able to swing that gate open. Gita, you see it getting bigger and bigger and bigger as
Shut the gate.
L
Shut the gate
works on
again.
this lock, and finally it clicks open. The three of you get through and slam the gate shut behind you, and it gets to the gate, and instead of going up to the gate, it makes a sharp turn and starts burrowing and cutting another tunnel next to the gate. But it was like 5 feet away from it when it turned. Right.
Evergreen Prince is a wise ass individual, I think.
And from your vantage point, because you're on the other side of this fence, you see this huge plate of skewers and scythes and sharp implements. When it turns, you see 4 goblins sort of pumping it as they move out of sight.
That's amazing.
Right. What are you guys doing?
Oh, they were operating that big drill
From behind, yeah.
Whoa.
The hedge
So
trim.
what do we see?
One of those little rail cars.
Basically.
Is that
What is
rock
our
music still
surroundings and our option? Which
You
is it?
see this tunnel continue forward beyond this gate to another, looks like another larger space.
I
You do
guess
hear
we
the
keep
music getting a
going.
little bit louder.
Head towards the music.
where the baby rave is happening?
Mm-hmm, baby rave.
Go there.
you get to this sort of larger chamber that opens up. Again, still the walls, ceiling, everything is made of brambles and thorns. But in the middle of this room, there's no other exits from this room, but you do see in the middle of the room a maybe 5 foot tall, wide cauldron. Off to the side, you see a cart with a boar, dead boar. You see parsnips, sea salt in bags on this cart, and you see the cauldron just sitting sort of over some firewood.
So now what? We're supposed to make a soup?
I don't know.
Were you in the kitchens or something?
It doesn't matter to me. Seeing all this food, I'm decidedly hungry. I will dress the boar carcass with the snips, the shears that I've been carrying
Okay.
since the garden wall.
And I'll get to work on that.
Okay.
I'll get a fire started.
All right. You get a fire started. Gita, Arlen, what are you guys doing?
So it's just a clearing with just the boar in the pot.
It's basically a room. Yeah, you're in a room.
Okay.
Thorn walled room with this
Aren't there
cauldron, this food that hasn't been prepared yet. The cauldron is full of water. Elle is starting a fire.
I'll grind up any spices to make the food taste good if they're there with my mortar and pestle.
All right. And you see there's something inscribed in the side of the cauldron itself.
What does it say?
Yeah, Arlen will kind of get close to it and try to make out what it says.
Okay. It says, tell me of your bravery. Elle, you get the fire going. Korak, you're dressed in the carcass, and you put it into the cauldron. All the ingredients.
This is going to be so good.
What about the parsnips? Grab the parsnips.
On it.
Elle, you've got that fire going. It's a pretty good fire.
I'm going to take a log out of the fire and I'm going to walk over to the hedge maze brambles and just hold the fire
Nothing
towards
happens.
it. As I figured. All right, I'll go throw the log back in.
Okay.
Tell me of your heroism,
Your bravery.
of your bravery.
And you sort of ponder that. You started the fire. You got the fire going well before Korak was able to finish, dressing the carcass and everything. And you'd thrown all the ingredients in by now. You note that as you're sitting there, it's a good volume of water in this cauldron. But you would expect to see some sort of steam by now. And it doesn't seem to be heating up.
Put my finger in the water. Is it hot?
It's cold.
What in the world?
Perhaps it's not fueled by fire.
What is the language that it speaks, or that it's written in on the cauldron?
This is written in common.
Oh, even I can read that. Dear cauldron, I have stood in the face of mine enemies and reveled in the death and destruction around me and welcomed all forms of death, whether it be mine or that of mine enemy or that of mine allies, and I am not afraid.
Still cold.
It doesn't understand my accent, I think.
Perhaps you weren't brave enough, my friend.
I'm
just kidding. That was a joke.
I
remember, I've told you of jokes before.
Yes, right. I like jokes. I knew jokes before. Just
I can tell.
Not the kind that you tell.
Harsh crowd here. I will step forward and follow in my companion's footsteps.
Okay.
I have delved the runes of Mithranor in search of nefarious agents of the Drow. I have stood face to face in parley and have found myself at the sharp end of a blade, blood let upon the stones of Mithranor, and I have fallen dead. I have looked upon death, and I've returned to the realm of the living. You can ask Korak to vouch for me. And then I put my finger.
I didn't know you had done that.
It is still cold.
Yeah, you're braver. Married. That was brave.
Well, brave only if he was a terrible person, and I feel like Vamrish was pretty nice, not very brave.
You have to be convincing, though.
I've got a better one. And I'll step up. I have run on 2 feet with a crew of many running on 4. I have transferred to 4 and ran in the hunt for a large, big, feathered bird. I am afraid of birds in a normal state and was terrified. However, I rend its flesh with my teeth and my brethren, and we feasted on its gizzards under the pale moonlight. I returned home on 2 feet, triumphant, as the wolf sister.
It's warm.
I'm very proud of you, Gita.
I will.
That's very brave.
The broth.
Arlen will just be like, oh, okay. He'll grab onto the cauldron, and just say, I have trained and surpassed many of the Moon Shadow warriors. I have also delved and explored some of the ruins of Mythdraenor. I have fought many battles and won many victories, including the guardians of this Barrow. Does anything happen?
I'm going to assume people are sort of checking it after each person's story. It doesn't feel any warmer than after Gita's story. Now, roll me insights, please.
Oof. Natural 1.
Nice.
I'm still reliving that scary bird story.
What kind of roll? Sorry.
14.
Insight roll, please.
19 for Arlen.
14 for L.
19. Arlen, you think the only difference in the stories is Gita's got it warm, and the only difference in the stories is that Gita said she was afraid. She said she was afraid and overcame that fear.
Turn a failure into success.
Oh, yes. Gita spoke of fear when she did hers.
Well,
she was able to make it warm.
What are you guys afraid of?
I have long spent sleepless night in my studies and in my devotion, fearing that I would live forever. And that is a terrifying thought that I still carry with me daily. And any sign about me that there is not an end to life as it is known, as is natural, is disturbing.
And then I look over at Lang.
To no end.
It gets a little bit warmer.
Oh, it's warmer. It's warmer.
I'll step forward again. Facing death was certainly unsettling, but it's not what instilled the fear in me, that being death. The fear is what I brought back with me from the realm of the dead. The thing that travels with me every day that I walk this realm. The fear that it has some sway in the decisions that I make, the things that I do or that I will do, and I don't know how to stop it. But I try every day to do the right thing.
It seems warmer.
I shudder.
Arlen will step up to the cauldron and say, I am afraid of letting down my queen. This has been a very difficult day, going from what we thought was going to be a party to very serious life or death situation. I pray that I won't disappoint her. And he'll also touch the water in the cauldron.
It's starting to get to the boiling point. You got to draw your finger out very quickly as the water comes to a boil, and your stew starts cooking, and it starts smelling really good. And as the stew comes to a boil and you steep it for a while, cook it for a while, and it starts smelling really good. Across the way from where you came, the thorns draw aside and another tunnel forms. And at this point, you can hear the music like it's in the next room, basically.
I'm going to eat some of the soup, though.
Yeah, eat some of the soup.
Yeah, I'm going to slurp a little bit down.
You eat the soup. You are healed.
Sweet.
Yeah, Arlen will eat as well.
All your hit points.
Is return. It good?
It's pretty good. Korak makes a mean boar stew.
It is my specialty.
The dead carcasses.
We're like healed all the way.
All the way. All your hit points back. Yep.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Good spices, Kira.
Thank you.
What are you guys doing? You finish your stew up.
We should proceed.
That hit the spot. That was invigorating.
You should see what it's like when we have an entire festival at the village we're from. We eat a lot, and it is equally delicious.
We have never eaten
Impressive.
Our fears before, though.
You have. Well,
I feel stronger. I don't know about you guys.
I feel better.
You have eaten your fears in a manner of speaking, right? You have been afraid, yet you continued onwards anyway.
Speaking of which, we should continue onwards anyway. I'm going to start walking towards the sound of music.
You continue onwards. You only have to move a few yards through this tunnel before it opens up into a larger chamber in the Barrow. The sounds of music become clear as you step into this chamber. A court of goblins and other fey creatures cavort in this room, and their attention turns to you as you enter. In the middle of the chamber, a striking humanoid that you recognize sits upon a throne formed from a giant tree stump, flanked by two massive canines whose uncannily human faces you recognize. The prince's graceful form is draped in a fox-trimmed green cloak, and a golden mane surrounds his angular, almost elvish face. His left eye is amber, while his right one is a milky, opaque orb. You recognize him as the Evergreen Prince. Upon his lap sits a swaddled newborn, cooing and flailing its chubby limbs. To his left, a hulking beast looms out of the darkness. Its giant, misshapen body is covered in veins that seem to lurch and bulge under its skin. Two beady eyes looking out from under a dire bear skull cap. To his right is the source of music, a band of goblins playing a variety of instruments led by a goblin sporting a long red-tailed cap. You recognize him from the battle in the festival grounds. Almost as if on cue, the music ends as you appear in the room. Suddenly, Quimble is in front of you. Quimble is in front of you and says, "Bow before his lordship, the Evergreen Prince, the Earl King of all goblins, Lord of Tramontane, Master of the Winding Barrow, and Son of the Seldarine." What are you guys doing?
Good Lord.
Wow.
You all bow?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You as you bow, you can hear other like little laughing little babies cooing in the room. And you look up and you see the Evergreen Prince just looking at you. Hell, I see you do truly know the meaning of bravery. What brings you before me?
With respect, Prince, you must know why we're here.
Pray tell.
I'm afraid to talk, actually. I'm afraid I might say something that wouldn't be appropriate in the court here. Gita.
Prince, sir, we want to make a deal.
Go on.
What do you want for the baby?
We need all of the children back.
We want to know what's valuable to you.
And
We're
don't
willing-
say the baby.
Yes.
Of course, the baby is always valuable to me. Of course. Most valuable thing here. Wouldn't you agree?
All of the baby's parents would also agree to that. All the others that you took.
I have a riddle for you. I'm sorry, Gita.
No, I want to hear the riddle. What is it?
Well, I'm not going to say the answer, but I know something that is more valuable to the Evergreen Prince even than the child.
Oh. You have my attention, correct?
Gita, he knows my name.
That's weird.
I know.
Weird.
Gita,
You're fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Continue. You're doing great.
What do I get if I give you the answer to this riddle?
If you're correct, perhaps a boon.
Then, with the court, if I may have your attention, it is perhaps not as well known that I am a disciple of the goddess Merkel, and as a disciple as such, I am well versed in the trajectory of life and death. And I think we can all agree, your lordship, Prince, and this is by no means any sort of threat, but more valuable than the child on your lap, you must agree, is your own life.
Do you know, as long as I am here, that is not a concern for me.
As I said, it is not a threat, but is it not a truth? I merely pointed out to indicate the reality that there are other things to bargain with. Perhaps we can work back from there.
Yes, we were sent by the Queen to treat with you for the return of the children, including her own child. That child, as you know, is a twin, and it should be with its sibling. He or she, I don't know if it's he or she. The child should be with its sibling.
It's a little boy.
Yeah. Is there...
Korak, you make a good point. Surprisingly. Is there, Arlen, is there? Finish your sentence.
Well, perhaps there is something else of value that we can bring to you or
Well, many things.
acquire for you in exchange for these children.
Many things of value, most of which you could not bring to me.
Why do you want the Queen's child?
Because it is my child as well. And we made a bargain.
What do you intend
How
to
is
do
it?
with the child, Prince?
The longer it stays here, the more it will become one of us.
And to what end?
Well, perhaps we'll give it its own earldom. We'll see.
Seems appropriate. How can it not be a child shared between the realms?
Child shared. Elaborate, El.
Oh, certainly. You can find it in your grace that this child is of two worlds, yes?
For now.
Born of two worlds? There's no
Yes.
change in that. You cannot change a birthright. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Very well, then the child is of two realms for its lifespan, which could be, if it spends enough time in this place, could be quite a long time, I would think. But why wouldn't that part of that lifespan be allowed to be in both, one and the other?
What exactly are you proposing, El?
I'm proposing some sort of addendum to the bargain that you made with the Coronal.
No, I don't think so. I like the child. It will stay with me.
Seems short-sighted to me, Prince.
On whose part?
On yours, sir.
How so?
Well, imagine this, your child, your son, it would appear. One that can walk between the realms in the royalty of two places simultaneously. The influence that you could have not only here in your kingdom, but kingdoms beyond this.
And why would I need that? I have my own realm where I reign supreme. But you make a point. I'll concede that. Maybe we'll let him decide in 100 years.
Seems prudent. Seems reasonable. Certainly the lifespan of the mother could withstand that as well. As you know, the elven kind live long lives. The other children, however, were not part of the bargain. And we are here to retrieve them for their parents who are concerned of their well-being. Certainly you can understand that when a child has been taken from you unjustly.
Unjustly, you say?
They were not part of the bargain, is what I mean to say.
No, not originally. But you see, when the queen failed to live up to her side of the bargain, I needed to adjust our bargain, you see.
Well, and now you can readjust it back to be fair on all ends. You keep the child for 100 years, these children return to their families.
They seem pretty happy, wouldn't you say?
Well, their parents are terrified and stricken with grief.
Oh, they'll get over it. It's a temporary mortal condition.
These infants should be with their mothers.
But look at the time they're having. And he points over to some kids are cooing and they're getting played with by some goblins.
I don't think that you can provide for these children in the way that their mothers can.
I can provide so much more.
What do you intend to do with these children then, Prince?
Well, being in this place, well, you've changed them for the better.
Earldoms for them all?
Perhaps.
Well, can't you just decree it to be so? And it be so? Just as you could decree that they are returned to their families and it would be done?
It would be so, but what incentive do I have? What can you provide in exchange?
Well, that return us to the original question that was posed to you. What is of value to you? What would you have in return for the reunification of these children with their parents?
I have everything I've ever wanted. Roll me a insight check.
I'm going to use my last psionic die to add a d6. Oh, no, I have two more of those. I'm going to add a d6 to this. I rolled an 11. 4 more, 15.
All right. You recall when you were talking to Salen about like the sort of had a montage before you left, talking with her about the lore of the Verdant Prince, or the Evergreen Prince rather, and you the one thing that sort of is standing out now when he says what he just said is that he's not whole.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking that same thing as a player. Mm-hmm. There is something, Prince, that you do not have that would make you whole once again.
Oh.
I'll just tap my eye.
Oh, this.
Indeed.
You see him visibly calming himself. You think you can return what was taken from me, do you?
If the children are returned to their families, indeed. I have all the confidence in my companions and myself in this quest.
Well then. The creature that took this from me, you will take its eye and bring it to me. I would ever so love a replacement, and there's no better replacement than a dragon eye, wouldn't you say?
A dragon's eye, did you say?
Indeed. Verthendantilix. You all go ahead and roll me a history check. DC is 5.
15.
Ooh,
Or 18.
natural 20.
Booyah.
22.
History, 10.
Nice. You all made the DC, no problem. Because you all recognize the name Versen Dantilix, otherwise known as the Verdant Cloud, was a last you heard, through the tales, an ancient worm, a green dragon that claimed the forest of Cormanthor as its home.
Of course, it would be quite the prize and replacement, Prince.
Indeed, it would. So, you get me this dragon's eye as a replacement, and I will return the children. Sounds like a fair enough trade to me.
A fair enough trade. It could take an army to do such a thing. Perhaps raiders from Darling's Creep Show could help us with that endeavor.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Creeps.
A bad idea.
Thank you for the raid, everybody. We will need your help on this. May I confer with my companions, please?
Of course.
You guys, are we going to get into a deal-making situation where we have to go pluck the eye of an ancient green dragon?
We can't possibly take that eye.
I have a few thoughts.
Tell us, Korak, why
Queen-
we need them now.
Yes.
The Queen sent us to find out what it would take.
Now we know.
I like the idea of being the ones to do this. Let me tell you my thoughts. Gita, help me stay on track. First of all, the prince owes me a boon. Second of all, I don't know what that is yet. Second of all, someone may die.
We all may die,
Keep
Korak.
on track.
All of
We
us.
could all die trying to fight that thing.
I see
I
the
know.
tables in the yard stare already happening.
Some mighty,
I mean, it
dangerous
may be.
opponent.
All right. And then I guess your point, Arlen, we're only to find out. So maybe we report back and see if the queen wants us to do it anyway.
Of course she will. It's in exchange for her child, but it seems like folly.
Arlen, you're fairly certain that it was implied she can't be here to make this deal, that you are sort of her emissary to make this deal.
Mhm.
Because you're pretty
Yeah.
sure nobody else is going to be able to make it back to the Winding Barrow.
This is on us to decide now, here.
Do you think we should try to get a couple of children and so the deal is in good faith? Like they will prove that they'll give us all the children if they give us some now.
I think
Like a
a
down
deal with the
payment.
Fae is a deal with the Fae. They do not renege on their deals.
You know this for sure.
Yes, because I see the DM nodding.
You have a high confidence.
I also have to agree.
This is the
I
bargain.
I think we know this based on what they did to the queen, Coronal, already.
Or we could walk away from this.
Is the
Doesn't feel right.
So unsatisfying.
The families are relying on us to bring those children home, but we can't
So
bring them
we-
home if we die.
we
Let's just-
either? So the choice is between an ancient dragon and this trying to defeat this demigod.
You're pretty sure he's an archfey.
Oh, Archfey.
Yeah, well, also demigod, but yes, archfey.
Perhaps
Um,
there's a different way besides killing the dragon. It buys us time, but again, what does time mean here anyways?
We don't even know the conditions in which he had his eye removed. Maybe the dragon would be willing to deal.
His eye's still there, it's just milky as hell.
It's gross. I feel physically ill looking at it.
Is that a glass eye or is it?
Yes. Now,
a-
now that you're in the same room and you've been conversing with him for a while, it looks like the orb is actually a jewel or a stone
Ah.
of some kind.
Oh, it actually looks cool.
It's milky opaque, but it is a stone. Or something
In any
else.
case, there's not much time to decide. Maybe we go, and if one of us dies, the rest of us run away.
I think we say we're going to do it, and then we figure it out later.
Just know that if we make a deal with this Archfey, it is a deal we will carry with us for our lives, and they will collect one way or another.
Well, it's either the eye in exchange for the children, right?
Or
Yes.
no
So if with
children.
the eye, we're not going to get the children back.
Right.
Indeed.
I am not willing to live with this on my shoulders. I'm going to turn to the prince and say, I will do it. You will have your eye.
I want my boon. I was right. I was right. Was I not right?
It was very good. Then we will continue this next Tuesday.
Nice outro.
All right.
Nice. Well done, guys. Very nice.
Yeah, we have a week to think about being 4th level and fighting a dragon. It's
What is the next episode going to be about?
Well, maybe we don't have to fight it. Maybe we don't have to fight it, guys.
Yeah.
A fight against
on
an
the
ancient green dragon is a losing battle, let's be honest. There's got to be another way. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for the raid, Darling, and the Creeple. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We've been playing some Dungeons and Dragons in the Forgotten Realms, and this is an adventure that Jose wrote and is tied in with the Guide to the Dalelands, which is coming out. I'll let him tell you a little bit about that. But we appreciate you all very much. If you like what we do here, please consider following the channel if you're not already doing so. We appreciate that. We're also currently in a fundraising campaign for the ACLU, which is out there fighting for our liberties and our American rights. And we hope that you will take a consideration of the good work that they're doing and maybe chip in a little bit to support them as they do that. Let's go around the table and say some goodbyes. Ty, let's go ahead and start with you tonight, sir.
all right, everybody. Thank you so much. Korak. Korak's great. I love Korak in this particular setting. I've been playing Korak Murek, the domain of the grave cleric. And meanwhile, I'm Dungeon Mr. Ty, owner of Adventure Sling Productions, creators of New of Arden and the Fortunes D4 system. There is a whole bunch of stuff coming up with that, and also with actual plays that I'm going to be participating in that Dave will cover, and some coming up that haven't been announced yet. So I'll be roaming in both worlds, as well as saying hello to all you on the internet. So if you're curious about what's going on, you can go to adventuresling.com, check it out. 2 podcasts, free beta rules of New of Arden and the Fortunes D4 system, stuff coming out, more to announce as it comes, and I will pass it along.
Thank you so much, Ty. Yeah, folks, if you haven't checked out New of Arden yet, please do go click on Adventure Slang, and you can find out all about it. Fantastic, beautiful setting, great system, and the book, hard copy, soft cover, and digital is available on DriveThruRPG, which I imagine the links are readily available over at adventureslang.com. So go check it out. Let's jump over to Shelly.
Hey friends, Shelly here, also known as Flea Monkey, also known as Hey It's Flea Monkey on Threads and Instagram. Not really there, so maybe just come find me on the Discord here. That would be great. We can be silly and do weird stuff. Tonight I've been Gita Blarnick, the hippie druid orc, cousin to Korak, wheeling and dealing kids.
She's got all the spice.
All the spice to sprinkle on all your meat.
Did you say wheeling and dealing the kids before you said sprinkling stuff on your meat? Okay.
Wow.
Just wanted to
Open the door, I'll walk right through.
I guess so. Next, we'll go to Andy. Andy,
Hey,
please.
everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Andy G3D is the tag here on Twitch. You can find me here Tuesday nights playing with this group for the next few Tuesdays. And of course, we have awesome games coming up on Guild as usual. And yeah, I had a great time tonight. Oh, and come hang out with us over on Discord.
Thanks a lot, man. Last but not least, let's jump over to Jose. Jose, real quick, thank you very, very much for taking the time to pull this together. These, as I had hoped, and I'm delighted that you have stumped us with so many fun riddles and puzzles, as I would think you would do to us, because you like to torment us. But no, it's been very fun. So thank you for that. Really appreciate your creativity, man.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks, and thanks for pulling everything on your end and making this happen for us all. I have been playing all the NPCs, the puzzles, the babies, and we'll do so again next Tuesday. And when I'm not doing that, I'm doing art. You can see my art in the little portfolio link on the side there, and I'm also writing and doing art for the Realmsbound project. You can find the link there as well. It is a project in collaboration with Ed Greenwood. This year, it is focused on the Dalelands. The Guide to Dalelands is coming out second quarter of this year, and will be followed by 3 other books by the end of the year. So that's exciting. You can sign up for the newsletter and keep up with that project if you want to. So that's what I'm doing.
Busy. Thank you, Jose, so much. I'm very excited to see what these books are all about. This is kind of the first time I've really gotten into the Forgotten Realms, so I'm really enjoying the lore. And yeah, it's a cool place. The Dalelands are sweet. Everybody knows me. I'm Dave. You can't find me on socials. I don't do that. But the guild has some socials. Actually, we have what do we have? We have a Blue Sky. We don't really do much there, but there it is. More importantly, you guys, we have a YouTube channel, which if you want to check out the previous, if you just joined us for this session through the raid and you want to go check out the first 2 sessions of the Evergreen Prince, you can do so over on our YouTube page, along with everything that we've ever done is over there, to the tune of like over 720 videos or something at this point, different games and things that we've done. So lots of content over there, and all of these people have been part of some of the brilliant storytelling over there, as well as others. So go check it out. We're trying to build our community over on YouTube. And let's see, a couple of quick announcements. This Thursday, we are kicking off a brand new Varden series with our good friend Barrow as the seer. It is called The Ruminations of Still Monthogny. Ty, myself, and Kateria will be playing in that one. That starts Thursday. So that'll be running for the next couple of weeks through April and into May. And then this Friday night, we will be running our finale for the Things from the Flood, which is, of course, as you know, our game run by Alan Henry and the Guild Superior crew from New Zealand, which has been absolutely fantastic. Really, really fun game. So you'll want to come by and check that out on Friday night at 5 p.m. Central. And then later in April, which starts tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow's April Fool's Day. Hopefully you have some good pranks lined up. Later in the month of April, we have a Call of Cthulhu game that starts on April 21st called The Strange Case of Kozlov's Mummy, and Dungeon Mr. Ty is going to be running that one for us. And we've got some fun folks, including Crane Wrights, aka Grace, Justin Estrada, and Maui joining us for that game. And then we have a 3-part Semberholme game that Shiv will be running starting on April 18th. That is called Dying Dreams. That is Grace again, Anna Maeve, Chris the Champion, and myself. A lot of fun stuff happening here on Guild Superior, so check it all out. And in the meantime, if you are out there and you're able to provide some positive ripples and energies into the world, please do so. We need it now more than ever. And one concrete way that you can help people in need is to make a donation to the ACLU, who are literally in the trenches fighting the uphill legal battles against a authoritarian regime that we have in power here in the United States. So please help out if you can. And if not, just help spread the word of peace and love and nonviolent resistance. And we will see you all on Thursday for the new Varden game. Take it easy, everybody.